love this song. I love this song. I love this song.
I want you to get this fuck where he breathes. I want you to find this Nancy boy Elliot Ness. I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his ass.
Show no love, show no love, show no love, show no love. I see you watching, I see you watching. Can't begin to have a conversation about who the greatest in the A31 without mentioning what my name is. I'm in the trap house and I'm rolling papers. Your favorite rapper, yeah, he owe me favors. He told me that he pay me overs later. I used to ship them out, packs of corner store bodegas. My team ball like the Shaq and Kobe Lakers. Timu Mafia, ha, ain't no stopping us. Can't see me, got them grabbing they binoculars. I sing the pain and struggle on this ghetto opera. Worry about getting dollars up, not getting popular. 81 Hove, come and get you a bag. So where you need to go, yeah, we can get you a pass. My shine got them ill, time to get you a mask. Step on the gas till I'm tired like the Michelin man. Laugh at fakes. I ain't gotta exaggerate. Thanks to the statute of limitations, maybe I can elaborate. I remember the first time we lost 10K in the mail. Sheesh, we was scared as hell. Sheesh, 2012. Sheesh, these scarred up hands picked me up every time that I fell. I just told myself not to fail. It was easy as hell. I stick to the plan. I'm about to prevail. I came a long way from weighing them grams. All on the scale, shit has changed. Pinky ring, bling bling like I'm Lil Wayne. Been on tour, fuck some whores, got a lil fame. Different day, different doors, hitting different states. Trying to get rich, fuck a living wage. And if I see your bitch, you let me penetrate. Send her back with a smile like a lil saint. I see you wildin', you ain't show no love. I see you talking, you ain't show no love. I see you smiling, you ain't show no love. I see you watching, you ain't show no love. Show no love, you ain't show no love. Show no love, you ain't show no love. I see you watching, you ain't show no love. I see you watching, you ain't show no love.
Yes. We're back. Treehouse Club Live, the most lit podcast in the galaxy. I am your host, Ghambit, a.k.a. Tequila Daddy, a.k.a. Drip Lord Moons, a.k.a. Agave Poppy. Yeah! We're back. It was crazy because I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, but guess what? Right as I went offline and I was scrolling my Instagram, I seen the fuckery, so we're here. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. I'm tired of all this. Weird like bias. You know what I'm saying? And then all these weird East Coast guys. They always talk they shit and be like, man, we've been running the game. And then the Atlanta people like, man, we've been running the game. And then everyone in Memphis, we've been running the game. Nah, fam. Somebody literally had the audacity to tell me yesterday. You know, and listen, shouts out to Memphis, man. I love Memphis. It's like my second home. I be visiting Memphis very frequently. They show me a lot of love in Memphis, man. And I swear, in the moment when I was actually traveling there the most, hold on, man, I don't like this shit. In the moment that I was traveling there the most, Memphis actually had it lit. I'm talking about like Pooh Shiesty, Glorilla had barely popped on the scene, Big Homie G, Yo Gotti, Black Youngster, Trip Star, the list just goes on. And Memphis is pretty epic. Come on, man. Memphis is pretty epic. And we could go back to the 50s, you feel me? Like, we're talking about, like, B.B. King. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this. Like, Memphis is pretty epic. You know what I'm saying? It's a quintessential part of American music. And as of recent, hip-hop. You know, like, come on now. Who doesn't listen to 3 6 Mafia growing up, you know? But somebody had the audacity to tell me this morning that Memphis is running the hip-hop. Running hip-hop right now. And I hate to break it to y'all, but that's not even at all the case. That is not at all the case. I don't know if y'all been paying attention for the past, 2 months. But Kendrick's got a blabber. Kendrick got the whole West Coast on fire and the rest of the country. Everybody in the country right now is listening to Not Like Us right now. There's this whole new spotlight on the West Coast, and I wish like a lot of the West Coast artists would take advantage of that shit instead of being like, you know, I feel like people on the West Coast tend to put themselves in this box. I hate these boxes that people put themselves in. All the Mexican rappers put themselves in a box. The West Coast artists put themselves in a box. And they don't want to, you know, like Roddy Ricch, it's crazy that he has a big song called The Box, but he doesn't put himself in the box. 03 Greedo, he's another artist that doesn't put himself in the box. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get to that, man. We're going to get to that, man. Click, like, subscribe, comment, man. Shout out to the chat, as always. Let me get the chat lit a little bit. Shout out to the chat, man. I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful start to their week. Beautiful Tuesday. It's fucking hot out here on the West Coast, man. I'm up north and it's hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Salinas, California. So up here in Salinas, it's hot outside, bro. I'm gonna look at the weather right now. Let me get this chat lit, man. Boom. Boom. There we go. See, I go to the gym late, so I woke up, washed my face, you know, and brushed my teeth and all this shit. Like, I woke up late today. I woke up like at fucking 3 p.m. I need to fix my sleeping schedule. So I woke up at 3 p.m. I'm like groggy still, so bear with me. That's why it took me a little while to come on camera, because I came and switched everything on. I went over there, grabbed my energy drink. I got dressed, found all my chains, put my chains on and shit, put on all my jewelry, and then I'm here now. We're about to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? If you're from the West Coast, you should definitely be taking offense to this shit. Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But hold on, there's a couple things I gotta do right now. One is take my C4. Then I got all my vitamins I gotta take. Y'all see this? I have all these vitamins I gotta take and shit. I'm like a hard gym guy. You know, I go hard. Oh, I don't need this one right here. I go hard in the gym, bro. 7 days a week. I don't take days off. A lot of people take days off at the gym. And a lot of people are like, you need rest days. Shut up, pussy. We don't do rest days. Rest days are for bitches. Some dude who's like, you know, like, I guess he barely started getting in shape, tried to tell me like, oh no, you need rest days, bro. Like, first of all, you were a bitch. First of all, sir, you are a bitch. You don't need rest days. Rest days are for bitches. Ask David Goggins. David Goggins will let you know that rest days are for bitches. Rest days are for bitches, fool. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep it lit. Look at boom. I need two of these. Two of those. I gotta take all my vitamins. Make sure y'all take your vitamins, man. These are an essential part of you being healthy, man. You need all them nutrients. All that shit. Handful of that. And drink your water. You smell me? Let me see. What is the weather like right now? It's 71. Well, it got to 71. That's fucking hot for me. I don't know. Like, it felt hot, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe we're spoiled right here in the Central Coast, because I feel like it's high. What's good, gang? What's good? Shout out to El Chefe. What's good, bro? So we talking about this double XL, the double XL freshman class. I don't know if you've seen, but it got released. It's got 0 West Coast artists on it. We about to talk about it. I don't like that for the West Coast. I don't like that for hip hop. I don't like that for hip hop. The crazy shit is that I think this is like the second time this has happened. I'm pretty sure this is like the second time in a row, second year in a row. Ain't no West Coast artists on the freshman class. That make no sense. That makes 0 sense. It makes 0 sense. There's so many artists that are like lit and essential to what's going on and have a bright future in the industry. And the fact that they're not, I mean, like I said, man, we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, man. I don't like that. I don't like that for the West Coast. I don't at all. No, sir, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This is bullshit. We always get left out. We get left out of a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? They look at I was just talking to some bozo from fucking Cleveland, Ohio. Right? The dude is from Cleveland, Ohio, and he's talking about like West Coast music sucks. The funny shit is Cleveland took our sound. Cleveland either steals the East Coast sound or Cleveland steals the West Coast sound. They don't have their own sound. We made it. We made your guys' sound. Cause ain't no and you know here I'm gonna give y'all like a fair. I'm gonna give you a fair one. A lot of funk music came from Cleveland. Soul music, like, you know what I mean? Like the Midwest. You know, you got Motown, you got like the Ohio players. There's a lot of like music like that came from Ohio. However, so, you know, you got the funk music from Ohio that influenced the California music. Oof, sorry, guys. They influenced the California music, right? In the sense of like hip hop. Even in the Bay Area, you got some funk bands like Tower of Power. You know, you got Earth, Wind and Fire. You got War. A lot of bands like that, more than likely influenced by Ohio players, Kool and the Gang, that type of shit, right? And who is popping right now from Cleveland? Literally nobody. Doughboy. Think Doughboy, MGK. MGK is out wearing fucking pink hair and drinking his girl's blood. You know what I'm saying? Nobody give a fuck about Cleveland, man. Nobody gives a fuck about Cleveland. The only time we even care to talk about Cleveland is when we talk about Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's the only time. There probably won't ever be, like, they had a chance with Doughboy, they had a chance with MGK. That's all y'all gonna get for the next 10 years. Just enjoy them two guys for the next 10 years, gang. We don't give a fuck about Cleveland. Nobody gives a fuck about Cleveland, bro. What's up? You're live? Yeah, bro. Yeah. You know, people like to talk about the drama. You know what I'm saying? Every time I talk about the drama, my life goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the 2024 XXL freshman class list right now. And how they named it not like us, but they ain't got no West Coast artists on it. Y'all gonna piggyback on a West Coast movement and not even give any West Coast artists shine. That's weird. Some weird shit. That's some weird shit. I'm not rocking with that. Let me see here. What we got here? Most popping thing to ever come out of Cleveland was Bone Thugs and Dry Carry. Honestly, I don't even know who the fuck Dry Carry is. I don't know who that is. Maybe you're using the pun or something, but I don't know who the fuck that is. Yeah, I don't know who that is, bro. I know who Bone Thugs is. I'm gonna miss everybody. You know? Drew Carey. He's from Cleveland? Wow. Now he's what? He's on The Price is Right now. He took over Bob Barker's spot, right? And before that, he was Whose Line Is It Anyways? Nobody gives a fuck about Drew Carey, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about Drew Carey. Nobody gives a fuck. They barely give a fuck about Bone Thugs. Some fools care about MGK because he like allegedly beat Eminem. But I don't really give a fuck about MGK either. He had one good song called The Land. I don't give a fuck about MGK for real. Then he did. That's what most fucking white rappers do. They garner their little audience in hip hop, then they pivot to their little white demographic and they sell records to their white people. You know what I mean? Dude did a whole punk rock album and mobbing around in pink leather pants. I don't know. I'm not rocking with it. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about any Cleveland artists. I'm sorry. Except for Bone Thugs. But the rest of them, they could all go. D-Boys, Doughboy's kind of cool. The rest of them, they could all go. Who gives a fuck? If Cleveland was to get wiped off the map tomorrow, right? Nobody would care. Nobody would give one fuck. Hold on. Let me see. Nope. I don't got one fuck to give. I checked. I don't got one fuck to give. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Cleveland. Ohio. Who wants to live in Ohio anyways? I don't ever understand, like people always hate on California. People hate on New York City. People hate on Florida. Those are three fucking beautiful places. I don't know if y'all ever been to Florida. Florida is fucking beautiful. I've been to Florida a couple times. And it's never been like not beautiful, you know? Like I've been to the trenches too. Like I've been like Miami Gardens. I've been to the trenches of Tampa. You know what I mean? And it's fucking beautiful, bro. The only weird thing about Miami and Florida is like, it's got this like weird smell. You know, it smells kind of like a swamp. You know, New York City has the exact same smell. And people from New York always tell me that I'm tripping. I'm always like, no. You guys, it smells here. It smells. It's got this weird... Maybe because I'm spoiled. You know, I live in Salinas, and sometimes, you know, when they're doing those certain farming things, like putting down fertilizer, right, in the fields, like sometimes we can smell that, right? But that only happens like like once or twice a year. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to like Miami, it's just got this smell. It just kind of, not when you're by the ocean as much, but when you're like in central, like, in the middle in like Brickell, or if you're in like, if you're like anywhere like where it's like a couple blocks away from the ocean, it just has this certain smell about it. And same with New York City. When you're in Central Park, it just has this certain smell, especially in the summer. You know what I mean? It isn't as bad in the winter when you're in New York, but in the summer in New York City, and they always deny it. It's like, bro, we're not all crazy. We go there and like it has a smell. Like New York City has a certain smell in the winter in it, and it's like what you would imagine swamp water to smell like. You know what I mean? And then you really do your history check and you realize that New York City is actually built on a fucking swamp. But nonetheless, New York City, fucking lit. Miami, fucking lit. Anywhere in California by the coast, fucking lit. And I'll give you guys even like Sacramento. Sacramento is pretty fun. Like if you go to downtown Sac, some of these little outskirt fucking some of the outskirts, Lake Tahoe. You ever got your duck sick on a boat in Lake Tahoe? 10 out of 10 would recommend. Get your duck sick on a boat on the lake of Lake Tahoe, gang. I promise you it won't disappoint. Especially if you finish. I'm gonna chug the rest of my C4. My C4 is kicking in. I'm just like, rah. I'm turning into Popeye the Sailor Man right now. Pause. I don't know if I like that. But anyways, people from other places of the country, like Ohio, Michigan, Iowa, South Dakota, Kentucky, Missouri, Kansas, Arkansas, or Arkansas, some of y'all would call it, all suck. There's places like, like New Mexico, kind of cool. Drive through it. Montana, kind of beautiful. But for the most part, most of these fucking places that aren't inside, like either on the West Coast, in Florida, in New York City, they fucking suck. Chicago's kind of cool. I'll give them that. They got a nice, they're on the Great Lakes. So Chicago's a little dope. But once you travel the country, you come to realize why these places are so expensive. And Florida's kind of affordable. It costs about the same to live on South Beach that it does where I live, which I live in Salinas, California. For y'all that know, you know. And it costs about $1,800 to have an apartment on South Beach. And I'm talking about on the beach. You look out your window and there's South Beach is right there. It's fucking sick, bro. Miami is a whole vibe. And, I always tell people who don't travel as much, you gotta travel. Because your world is only big as you make it. So if you've only been as far as you're especially I feel like a lot of gang members, if you're a gang member and you're you don't like moving around, Like it really narrows your world down. But when you're like traveling, bro, when you're like, bro, go visit some shit. Like, go to New York City. Like, that shit is such a culture shock, and you will be like, your brain like instantly goes, you know, and then you got this bigger perspective of your world's that much bigger. And if you travel outside of the country, even more. But most of my homies who like were into gangbanging and shit like that, they don't get to travel, bro. They don't travel. They're like scared to go to LA. Well, I don't want to use the word scared, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're more like hesitant to go places like LA. They're more hesitant to travel, and it makes your world small, bro. Get the fuck out of there. Like, go move around, gang. Go visit. If you scared to go south, then go north. Go to fucking go to Seattle. Seattle's pretty cool. Like, just travel, bro. Travel before you guys die. Like, don't live with regrets. You're gonna die with regrets, and don't do that. Live with like knowledge and experiences. You know what I'm saying? The most popular thing there, I met the comedian. Yeah, I agree with you, my boy. Play some music from those artists who are on XXL. I can't, because they'll give me a copyright claim. Saludos. Yo, what's up? Why Adam all butthurt over the diss track? I don't know, bro. Like I said on my live last night, you know, I think he's selective politicking. He might have got pressed. It seems like he got pressed. And, you know, they told him, like, yo, you can't let these fools back on here. Or, you let that fool wrote bans. He probably had an agreement, like, all right, I'm just not, if they start dissing you guys or disrespecting on that level, we're just not going to allow them back on the platform, you know. But to ban all Northerners would be crazy. I don't think Adam wants that smoke. Because if he, you know how it gets, and fools up north aren't scared with the shit. You know, they're not scared, bro. So fools up north are going to pull up to any no jumper event that they ever do up north, and they do them in San Francisco, and I could definitely see it turning into something bad that this fool Adam don't want. Adam don't want that smoke. Adam don't want that smoke because he has no idea. You know what I mean? Tom Contreras, yo, what's up? Why Adam? Okay, it's how East Palo Alto smells in the summer. I don't know. EPA smells like that? Because I wonder why. I guess geographically it makes sense because it's like a peninsula, and it's the very beginning of the peninsula, and it's gonna have like that the water that comes down from the bay, it turns into wetlands. Like, we have some wetlands right here in Moss Landing. You know, we have those wetlands right there, Moss Landing, going into Watsonville. There's all these like wetlands. Watsonville got some wetlands too, which is like just like pretty much like swamps, like, you know, muddy marshes that like got all these crazy like different ecosystems in it. And for the record, like, you know, a lot of y'all are like new to this channel. I'm like pretty intelligent. I'm an intellectual person. I like information. I'm like the Mexican Joe Rogan. I'm like, you know what I'm saying, or Jose Rogan, if you may, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And so I got a lot of this like nerdy information and shit. But bear with me, you know. And I want to give it to people. You know, all this info, like y'all, like I'm glad that this channel's taking off because I get to share all this fucking information that I got in my brain and like enlighten my peoples, you know what I'm saying? And all y'all that are tapped in, y'all gonna be part of this journey with me, and you're gonna be part of me allowing me to bestow all this knowledge on you. You guys are gonna be like at parties and shit and have these random informational shit that you know, like, you know, and we talk about trenchy shit on this channel. Like I said, tomorrow we're gonna have a whole like we have a news show called the No Filter Podcast where we talk about politics and and how it like how it coincides with like American culture and the fabric of American society and what's happening today. You know what I'm saying? So it's yes, we talk about hip hop a lot. Yes, we talk about street shit a lot. But this isn't one of them ignorant fucking, cholo channels. This is the Treehouse Club Live. We are our own lane. I'm a fan of the hip hop culture and I'm a fan of information. So just get ready. I have a lot of nerdy information for y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be at a party and be able to drop all these little tidbits because I have a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, it would make sense that EPA smells like that because it's going to be at the bottom of the bay where, the water tends to be more wet. It's going to be like wetlands, a bunch of swampy marshes. Like if you notice like when you're flying over, if you've ever flown out of SFO, when you're flying back into SFO, you literally pass all these like wetlands and like swamp looking area at the bottom of the bay before you actually land in SFO, and you fly, over like all these like wetlands, and it's like the runway is right here, like, and it's on the edge of all these like shallow waters and shit, and them shallow waters tend to have that smell. You know what I mean? So on the summertime, whenever I drive past Moss Landing or the west part of Watsonville, it has that. It's called a slough. We have a slough, and it kind of has that same smell. Yes, that exact smell is what you smell all over New York City in the summer. It's fucking crazy. And then all over Miami all the time, because Miami doesn't really ever, even when they have hurricanes, it doesn't ever really get like cold there. You know what I mean? I love, Miami is such a fucking vibe. Because like, you would think that, like some people like, you do dress up, but like, you could still go out in Miami, right, and be rocking like a guayabera with a fucking wife beater under and some shorts and some flip flops, and it's like proper attire to like go out in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so fucking hot. It'll be like fucking 1 a.m. and it's like 90 degrees with high humidity or still, you know what I mean? Like, and it's super, man, Miami's sick. The women in Miami, bro, listen, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Here, hold on, man. Let me tell you something. If you're gonna go to Miami, do not bring your girlfriend. I repeat, if you're gonna go to Miami, don't bring your girlfriend. Bro, the girls, same with fucking New York City, bro. You go walk through fucking Central Park in the summer, bro, and you're gonna see like some of the baddest girls that you see, bro, like Dominican girls, Puerto Rican girls, like bro, I'm gonna tell you guys one more time, bro. Make sure your ladies ain't listening. If you're gonna go to Miami, don't bring your girl. You're gonna regret it. See, I went to Rolling Loud. When I went to Rolling Loud, right? I went to Rolling Loud. I showed up 2 days. I had like a girl that, you know what I mean? Like, I got her Rolling Loud ticket and shit, and she came out, met me or whatever. But I was like, when I got there, right, I went out the first night. I got there, boom, got ready. I took a fucking Uber down to Brickell, and I went out, and I was like, holy fuck, why did I invite this girl? You know what I'm saying? It was cool, like, you know, be able to, like, you know, beat cheeks and not have to worry about like meeting a weirdo chick and her setting me up or something. You know, I don't know. I'm like weird like that. I don't trust. Just, you know, I don't like to just like go out and because I get drunk, bro, and I don't want to have to stumble back to my fucking hotel room with a stranger and be wondering if this girl's got some ulterior motives or whatever. You feel me? So like, you know what I mean? So it was cool to have like a girl go out there. But bro, when I went out the night before, bro, there was this beautiful Argentinian bartender at this one bar, and like you know, she was serving me, she was flirting with me all night, she was asking me what I'm doing after and all this shit, and I was just like, bro, I fucking regret bringing this girl, because then the next day she showed up, you know, the girl showed up. We went to Rolling Loud, and then afterwards we went to that same bar, and that same bartender was there. And then she was like, she saw me with her. She's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, that's a beach that you don't want to bring sand to. Fellas, I'm going to tell you one more time. If you're going to Miami, don't bring your girl. Don't do it. Just go. Let's go to the chat. What are we talking about in the chat, man? I love the smell of the air in the morning in Salas. It depends, you know, because sometimes, like, maybe about 3 days ago, they were fertilizing, so you could smell that. You know, I hate when they do that. Or if you live, like, anywhere near, like, a mushroom farm, they grow mushrooms and shit, for the record. Like, all the mushrooms that y'all eat on your pizza and shit, they grow that shit in shit. You know, Monterey mushrooms, they grow that shit in shit. So, like, it smells like shit anywhere near, like, a mushroom farm. Or if, like, you know, when they're fertilizing the fields and shit, like, it smells like shit for, like, a few days, you know? Saludos, Terps. You ever been to Denver? It's beautiful and expensive as fuck. Yes, I have, bro. I went to cause my thing, right? Every like major city that I visit is finding a karaoke bar. I sing karaoke at these fucking karaoke bars. I get shit-faced drinking tequila. And I'm healthy now, so I drink White Claws and tequila. And I sing karaoke, and I get lit with the locals. We get lit. So I was in Denver, and they canceled all the flights because it was like crazy storms all over America. And since they canceled all the flights, I ended up, you know, like United. You know, I'm a platinum flyer, so United got me a hotel room in Denver. They got me a really nice hotel room and shit. So I go to the hotel. I'm like, oh shit, it's like early, bro. I get there by like 9-10. So then I Uber to a fucking karaoke bar. It's called Mozart. It's Mozart, and it, like, the weird thing about Denver, it looks all brand new. Maybe I wasn't seeing the trenches, but like, whenever I was in Denver, everything looked brand new, and I was like, what the fuck? And if y'all travel a lot, like I do, you know that the Denver International Airport's super creepy. So I didn't want to stay there. So I made United get me a fucking hotel room. They were trying to like not give me a hotel room. I'm like, bitch, I'm a fucking platinum flyer. You better give me my motherfucking hotel. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So they gave it to me. You know what I mean? And I got my hotel because I was not staying in that creepy ass airport. They got, like, I've stayed in that airport or had to like stay there overnight, and bro, it's so creepy. There's like weird sounds that like they say it's them restarting the intercom, but it makes weird sounds at night. It's like the creepiest airport I've ever been in. And I've been through a lot of airports, but Denver International, the creepiest one. It's got all these weird murals with like fights and war. It's just weird. It's a creepy airport. I don't know if y'all ever been there. It's a creepy airport, but I do fuck with Denver. It was fun. I had a blast, bro. Salute the homie Street Squeeze, man. Shout out to you, brother. Our mod in the building. Dirty ass water when it's really hot. Yes. Because Adam's scared of the essays. Yes, I really agree with that. I think Adam's barely figuring out that it's really Mexicans that run California. It's like he's barely figuring that out, I think. You know what I'm saying? And people probably are letting him know, like, no, this is like used to be Mexico and Mexicans run Cali, bro. Like, that's just what it is. Fools that are not from fucking California, like in New York City and fucking, you know, like far away, don't realize, you know, like I joke around with my friend from Cleveland, right? And this, you know, we were talking shit to each other this morning, and he's like, you fucking Mexican, right? And, you know, it's joking. I was like, ah, ha, ha, ha. I was like, you fucking, you know, whatever. You know, I'm going to be talking shit to each other. And, but that wouldn't fly here. Like, you can't, like, insult me by calling me Mexican in California. Like, somebody would hear that and they slap the fuck out you. You know what I'm saying? Just to be honest. Like, nobody's rocking with that. Like, there's a lot of anti-Mexican shit outside of California and the Southwest, because there ain't really like these types of Mexicans over there. You feel me? It's like paisas that wear Aeropostale clothing and fucking Vans shoes and fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's not like regular Chicanos, you know what I'm saying? It's like paisas, you know what I mean? So they don't understand that when you come to Cali, you can't disrespect us like that here, bro. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And Adam, being from New Hampshire, probably has this one vision of Mexicans prior to him moving here. And, you know, now he's here and he's been here for probably the better part of a decade. And now he's starting to see that, hey, like, Mexicans run California. I'd like to see somebody from outside of California come here and disrespect the Chicano on some regular shit and act like it's gonna be all good. Now you getting your ass beat or smoked or poked. You know what I'm saying? We don't take that shit. That shit don't fly here, gang. That shit don't fly here. Hit them likes on the way in. Yes, sir. Please hit the like button. Like, subscribe, comment. We appreciate everybody in the chat, man. What's good, brother? God bless. God bless, Hangman. Hope you Sharks in the Bay. Hey, shout out to the Shark Tank, man. Hey, we got first overall pick. You know what I mean? The Panthers beat the Oilers last night. That's crazy because the Oilers came back after fucking being down 0-3. They came back, had 3 fucking wins back to back, and then they fucking lost because they played the Panthers in Florida. But the Sharks get the first overall draft pick and the number 14. They get first and 14th picks in the draft this year, so I'm excited to see who we pick up. There are already like whispers of who we're gonna pick up, but I'm gonna wait till it happens, because you know how things always tend to change until it's time. Do you like Arroyo Seco? Hell yeah, bro. They barely opened it back up. Me and my homies used to go to Arroyo Seco like every fucking summer, bro. And they barely, it was like, you know, because there was a fire. Then when the floods happened, it fucked up a bunch of the roads and trails and bridges in order to get into Arroyo Seco. So they just opened that road back up and maybe about a month ago. So me and my homies was thinking about going over there and hitting the gorge. You know what I mean? And you know, it's something about going to nature, fool, that like it just makes me like feel good, especially if I take shrooms or something and I'm just chilling in nature. Like it's such a vibe. California, we're so fucking spoiled here. You can like California, you know, If you're not from here, like, people don't realize how big it is. It takes 18 hours. If you want to go from the Oregon border down to San Diego, it takes like 18 hours, gang. And on top of that, like, we got everything. We've got deserts. We've got mountains. We've got snow. We've got beaches. We've got, you know what I mean? We've got everything. We've got everything. We got snowy beaches. We've got cliffs. We've got sandy beaches. We've got black sand beaches. We've got glass beaches. We've got all these different things that you don't really get anywhere else. You know what I mean? Everything. It's not just beaches, or it's not just like, you know what I mean? We got everything here. Arroyo Seco is sick though, bro. That smell of hydrogen sulfide, bro. You see, look at this smart motherfucker right here. That smell is the hydrogen sulfide. It's the algae from the Dumbarton Bridge. I knew I modded you up for a reason, Street Squeeze. That weather sounds trash. It's like being in Miami in that weather, yes, it's like you're in a hot sauna, but it's like everybody's in that same weather. So it's not like, you know, like, it's not like you're only exclusively, everyone's feeling it. So everyone's dressed comfortable. Everyone's dressed like that. The girls are, let me not go. Damn, too late. My wife's right next to me. Sorry, guys. Salinas is really expensive too. In El Paso, a 3-pack of socks are $4.95, and in Salas, it's $9.97. The fact that you know that is crazy. Denver International's creepy as fuck. We are, man. Big state, biodiversity. Yes. Where are you from? I'm from a city called Watsonville, California, but I live in Salinas, California. I live about 20 minutes from the ocean. I love it here, bro. I love the 831. And honestly, the only other place I'd ever move is LA. And I'm only gonna move to LA to do this podcasting shit and to just make this shit grow, bro. Like, I got opportunities with Lush. I've got opportunities with my homie TF Third. I don't know if you guys are familiar with who TF Third is. But I've got a lot of opportunities to go to LA and start podcasting with like bigger names and get my name known more within the community of podcasting rather than, you know, I'm just like literally doing my thing here. Like it took me about 1.5 years, bro, and I'm barely getting the motion and traction that I need, you know? And it took me about 1.5 years, but I'm doing it. I'm trying to do something different, bring something new to the game, and, you know, have motherfuckers watch and be like, yo, this dude's actually, like, informative, or this dude's smart and fucking entertaining. You know what I mean? This is just me being me, you know? Like, yeah, I chug a C4 right before, but, you know, we lit, you know? This is me. This is what you get. This is who I am. And I'm, you know, just trying to bring you honest content. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Chicano from Northern Cali, proudly, you know what I mean? And yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here. It's gonna be hard to get rid of me, man. Too late. I'm already on the motherfucking internet, gang. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going anywhere. I've been doing this shit with like, I'll do this fucking shit with 3 people in the chat. I've done this show where I had 0 people in the chat, and I'm cooking the same way because to me, I know that at one point this shit's gonna take off. I'm gonna get real traction, real motion. I'm gonna have 1,000 people in the chat. But right now, for me, these first like 20, bro, I had 170. I was losing it yesterday. Like, that shit was sick to me, you know? And I'm so grateful for y'all for vibing with me. Seeing, bro, somebody left a comment, said, I'm from Florida. I'm subscribing because I like your content. And that means the world to me, bro. Like, these first 1,000 subscribers, we're barely at, we're creeping towards 500 subscribers, bro. These first 500 mean the world to me, bro. The first 1,000, like, is really gonna mean the world to me. But once I get to the fucking, you know, when I got 1,000 people in the chat, I'm always gonna go back and remember when I was sitting here cooking for 0 people, bro. I'm turning on the fucking camera, going live, and just 0 people. And then by the end of the week, when I do the next stream, I'd only have like maybe 20 views on these videos. If you go back, some of them probably do have 20 views on them, you know? Because it took me a while, but I'm here. And now I finally got motion. I got a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, motion. The chat's going. We got a lot of people from all over the place, and it means the world to me, man. I just want to tell you that I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and just even caring enough to jump in my live and, you know what I mean, talk your shit. I actually have a phone number for y'all. For anybody that wants to call in. Here, let me see. Let me see if it lets me pin the comment. I'm going to put a phone number up. I'd appreciate if y'all don't call me in the middle of the night and only call me when I'm live, but we'll see how that goes. I'll take some calls at the end, and then y'all let me know, you know? My boy, appreciate you, Chefit. I appreciate you, dog. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I mean, I just want to, you know, I just want to create dope content, bro. I want to make fools laugh. You know what I mean? Be informative, get y'all some information. Maybe y'all ain't heard some of the shit that I'm about to, you know, that I cook with. Maybe I'll help bring clarity to your own perspective, or maybe it'll help you further shape your perspective. You know, even when we do our politics show, I don't do that show to like make you guys think like me, right? Or my homie boy that y'all will meet tomorrow. Like, I don't do these shows to make y'all think like us. You know, I do these shows to give y'all the info, and you guys can shape your own opinions based off what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Or not based off what I'm saying, but like based off the information that I'm giving you. I would suggest everybody go research the shit that I'm saying. Like, challenge me. If I say some shit that you guys don't believe is true, or maybe I'm wrong about some shit, call me out on it, bro. I'm all for that shit. I'm all for that. I'm not here to be your fucking commander or your fucking teacher or none of that. Listen, I'm just a regular fucking dude. And I just want to give my opinion, give some information out there. Maybe y'all take it, maybe y'all don't, but you know, I digress. I got a phone number in the chat. I'll be taking calls a little bit later. You know what I mean? So if you guys want to call in, talk your shit, give a shout out, we'll run it. Hell yeah. I appreciate it, gang. I appreciate you fucking with my music, brother. I appreciate it. I'm gonna release an album soon. When I get to it, my manager and everybody been telling me, man, it's been a long time. You need to release some music. I'm like, all right, bet. So let's get to the nitty gritty, man. XXL. They dropped the freshman class list. They named it Not Like Us. I'll play some of my music in a bit. I will. If y'all want to see it, I'll play it in a bit. But this is the 2024 freshman class list. As y'all, I don't know if you guys are familiar or not, but every year XXL drops a freshman class list of who they think is going to be the next poppin', the next lit artist. I have a few issues with this list. Fundamentally speaking, y'all have zero West Coast artists on it. I don't like that for you. There's a few things wrong with this, right? Number one is, for the first time in a long time, the West Coast actually has eyes on it. You know, like the West Coast finally has some eyes on us. Like, we're finally in a place where people are, you know, the people are like finally paying attention to the West. We got some actual traction, some actual motion, and we're not, I'm trying to say he got shot. I know. Oh, I will give my thoughts on that in a bit. Yeah, Dejan's a fucking weirdo. But anyways, so California has finally, you know, like Kendrick's making it, you know, well, Greedo said something, 03 Greedo said something important the other day. He said that California artists should focus on releasing music right now since there's this spotlight on the West Coast. And I agree. You know, Kendrick's got this big spotlight on the West Coast right now. The single Not Like Us is going crazy. It's all over the internet. They just filmed the music video. They just done the Pop Out concert. And now you got this XXL freshman class 2024 list titled Not Like Us, but there's literally no West Coast artists on it. You got Lay Banks, Maya the Dom, Big X the Plug, Huncho, Skilla Baby, Cash Cobain, that Mexican OT, Rich Amiri, Bossman D-Lo, Four Bats, Scarlip, Southside. I don't know. I don't. No West Coast artists. I have a problem with this. XXL, you're going to piggyback on the back of our movement that we got going, which is a West Coast movement. This Not Like Us thing was specifically like a West Coast. This is a West Coast unification movement that we got going on right now. And y'all are just hijacking this for your little 2024 list so it can get caught up in the algorithm. And I don't like that. That's just bullshit. Like, you guys could have titled it anything in the world, but the minute you guys chose to leave off all West Coast artists for the second year in a row, I'm not rocking with that. Sorry, fam. I'm not rocking with that. Now, is there people who I'm a fan of on this list? Yes. I definitely, obviously, Mexican OT I rock with. Bossman D-Lo. Four Bats to me is super dope.
Hey guys.
A trendsetter, breaking new grounds. Cash Cobain is cool. He's the dude who they said is allegedly writing for Drake. Skilla Baby's okay. Like, Huncho's cool. Big X Plug is cool. But
So that's what I'm gonna stick to today.
bro, you're telling me you couldn't find no West Coast artists? Y'all named your fucking list Not Like Us, and they, like, you saying you didn't watch, like, the Pop Out had a shit ton of artists opening for K-Dot. Like, we had the Baby Stone Gorillas, we had RJ, OGZ, EBK J-Bo. Well, he didn't open for, but EBK J-Bo, he's probably the most important California artist at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Arguably the most important California artist at the moment. Like, everybody's talking about EBK J-Bo right now. Like, you know, they're talking about him on No Jumper. This fool fucking Lefty Gunplays biting his raps. Like, EBK J-Bo should be lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in jail though. Like, I get it. You know, what about La Russell? What about Ralphie the Plug? Is Osama? 310 baby? 310 baby? You know what I'm saying? Like, there should be some West Coast representation on this list, especially if you're calling it Not Like Us. So I'm not rocking with it. And again, we got Baby Stone Gorillas, RJ Mr. LA, OGZ. Like, OGZ has songs with the baby. Like he's got like real motion, and like it just like XXL has this. Like this is why they're like falling off. This is like why magazines are falling off and people are becoming dependent on independent media sources like this, like No Jumper, like Joe Budden, like Academics, is because XXL, because in order to be in the freshman class list, you got to pay. So yeah, they'll come to you and be like, oh, we're considering putting you on the freshman class list, but you got to pay to be on this. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people turn it down based off that fact alone. They're like, wait, you could just pay to be on the fucking freshman class list? You could just pay for this? Like, why the fuck would I? Why do I have time for? You know what I mean? Why do I even care? It's not really that. Once you figure out the politics behind it, you're like, damn, like, how important? It's not really that important. It's not that important to the culture. You guys are just, but it really grinds my gears that these motherfuckers are hijacking this phrase and then using it to promote your subpar list of fucking bullshit. Like I said, I do fuck with some of the people on this list. I do. I fuck with Big X the Plug, Bossman D-Lo, Four Bats, and Mexican OT. And I'll give a honorable mention to Skilla Baby and Cash Cobain. You know what I mean? But other than that, bro, like, it's not that hard, bro. Like, La Russell should have been on this fucking list. La Russell is another like West Coast artist that's like really got shit shaking, bro. La Russell really has shit moving. Like La Russell is like doing thing like the Bay Area has always been known for doing trend-setting shit. La Russell does certain things like he has a fan club where you pay for the gold membership to his fan club and you get free tickets to his shows. You get his album. He has this one thing going right now where he's giving out all his music. You could pay for his entire library of music. La Russell is so fucking genius, bro. He's like, and I love his interviews. He has like great energy. He's not he doesn't promote like violence and negativity. Bro is just like a really wholesome, good dude. He has concerts in his backyard. He's from fucking Richmond, bro. Bro has concerts in his backyard. Bro really has like real motion as a West Coast artist. He's had 2 Breakfast Club interviews. Like, we need more La Russells in the world. You know what I'm saying? And he's not on this list? Like, how? Y'all are fucking up, XXL. I don't like that shit. Y'all are going in the same, like, you guys are ending up in the same place that the bitch ass fucking source ended up, and I don't like that for you. I don't like that for you at all. I don't like that. I don't like the hijacking the movement shit. That's what really rubbed me the wrong way, gang. Hijacking the not like us movement, that's stupid, bro. Let us live. Let us have something. Like you guys have been hating on West Coast music for so long. Let us have something. Or at least put one of our fucking artists on there. 310 baby. O'Jeezy, La Russell. Those would probably be my top 3 picks for people that should have been on there. And RJ. RJ for show. Like, RJ for show should have been on there. If he hasn't already. But they don't show love to the West Coast artists, bro. They got a lot of deep-rooted hate for the West Coast artists, and it makes no sense. It makes 0 sense. Like I said earlier, fools from fucking Ohio hating on like, oh, West Coast music sucks. Like, bitch. We made your sound. We literally, Bone Thugs and Harmony was produced by DJ Unique, who is from Los Angeles. He made y'all sound. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Twista. All the Midwest, bro. All the Midwest is influenced by the West Coast, you know? Yes, they're also influenced by the East, but sonically, they got more West Coast influence than East Coast influence. And it's because of the trapping. Detroit and California have, like the Bay Area specifically, have a real big connection when it comes to trapping and street shit. It's just historically speaking. So we're obviously gonna have an influence. Let me see here. I want to check the music. Let's see here. Gambit, bro, what's your thoughts on that weirdo Dejan saying that he got shot at No Jumper? First off, Dejan is like a fucking weirdo. I don't got nothing against gay people, but that dude's a fucking weirdo. He like I've been like what Dejan is doing with the report card. I've been saying for years, literally fucking years. There's an old podcast of me talking about. Because I used to have a radio show. Prior to this, I used to have a radio show, and there's an old radio show of me going off about this, going off about like how if we're gonna start breaking down what, you know, to something tangible that allows us to grade rappers, it has to be put in categories. You know what I'm saying? Lyricism, authenticity, street credit, fucking image, beat selection, you know, like certain things that a rapper has. Like if you look at the back of a baseball card, or if you look at the back of like a superhero card, you got all the accolades, or all the things that make this superhero what he is. Like if we do that same shit, we hold artists to the same standard, then we could actually, you know what I'm saying? We could actually, like, you know, start grading these artists. And then this fool came out with the rap report card. I was like, bro, I've been talking about this for fucking years. So he went on and do this shit, but I feel like he does shit more to piss people off than to be honest. And he is technically from the hood. He is from South Central, I believe. But I don't know how, it just doesn't feel right listening to it from him. Maybe if it was like an MC or somebody with some type of qualifications to judge all these things, you know? Because I don't think, like, I don't want to hear certain dudes break down like the top, you know, I don't want to hear a sports analyst. Like, we could have some sports analysts there, but I don't need to hear a sports analyst tell me who the greatest athletes are of all time. I need a few athletes to let me know, because they understand the difficulty of certain things that the athlete's gonna do. Just like a rapper, I don't need some rap fan. Like, you know, academics is like really reliable word, you know, like I trust his opinion and stuff like that. But in order to find out like a top 5, top 10 list, I need a few artists, because artists have a better understanding of what it takes to make songs, of like, you know, coming from a certain place, how hard it is to make it out of there doing music, and like that type of dynamic. You only know that if you are an artist, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really, this fat chubby tub of shit, gummy bear looking motherfucker, like, I don't really care much for Dejan, you know what I'm saying? He went on No Jumper. He was shitting on AD. He was shitting on T-Rail. He was talking about how they like their employees and shit. And then he only to end up being an employee for No Jumper. And then he tried to switch the narrative. Well, I mean, I'm using this platform as like, nah, you look like a fucking hypocrite, you idiot. Yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't know. That shit doesn't land for me. I'm not a fan of Dejan, bro. He's a fat, tubby sack of shit. Yeah, report card was pretty much just for Southern California cats. He wasn't recognized in the Bay or NorCal. Yeah, exactly. And maybe I should do a fucking, I don't want to do a rap report card. We're gonna break it down differently up here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna get with a few rap cats like Lush, like people who really know hip hop, and we're gonna break down. Maybe that's one thing that I'll talk to Lush when I go on his podcast. Talk about doing like a real, rap report card. And getting people involved like Gary Archer, like we could get I'm really good friends with Hieroglyphics and Souls of Mischief, so I could get like a couple people from I could get managers, and I know a lot of Bay Area. I know Seaside Stretch, he was gonna come in for an interview. I know Gold Toes. We could get like a panel and do a dope podcast with like fucking 5 to 10 people who are really like immersed in the music industry, and we could bring up the try and come up with a top 5, top 10 list based or just like grade people. It would be sick to grade people. And we all have like boom, boom, boom. We have our list, and we give everybody a grade based on this, and then we average it out, and that's the average, and then we make a list based off of the averages of what we come up with. I think that would be a lit idea, and I'd be 1,010% with something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be some one fucking chubby fat dork talking about his opinion on who he thinks is fucking, fucking the best while he walks his little fucking pink poodle down West Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we ain't doing that, gang. Sorry, bro. We ain't doing that. We should definitely do that, though. I'm gonna put that in the atmosphere that I want to get a panel of rap fanatics or rappers and artists, and we're gonna do a Cali artist and not keep it specific to just Los Angeles. But his shit is, in all fairness, his shit is called the LA Rap Report Card. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, like, as you see, like, LA rap is like very, like, there's only a few dudes, you know what I'm saying? There's only a few LA rap cats, there's not that many. There's not that many like big LA rap names, because it's like, it's a marginalized thing right now, bro. The West Coast, they try to shut us down. And I also feel like Drake is pumping fear and doubt into people. And like, this fool Adam just, not Adam, but Academics just had this dude call in to his podcast who allegedly was getting paid by Kendrick to bot streams to swell up the numbers on Spotify. But his hole in the story was like, you could swell up the numbers on Spotify but not on Apple. And it's also going crazy on Apple. Not Like Us is the #1 song on Apple. If you look at the charts, Not Like Us is like one of the most trending songs of all time right now. And I don't rock with that fat fuck Dejan, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Almighty was butthurt he wasn't on there. His music is trash as fuck. You think so? I think Almighty's music's not bad at all. And it's crazy. I actually am friends with Almighty's dad. LA Cool. Shout out LA Cool, man. Really, Rifleman is an LA underground legend, bro. Underground legend. Like, he helped start Project Blowed, which is like so important to California underground culture. All the battle rap scene and all that shit came from Project Blowed. So like somebody like Almighty's dad is like bro, Almighty, he comes from hip hop royalty, bro. Like and like we could say what we want and have our opinions on Almighty Suspect, but you could see it like every time that Almighty would talk about hip hop, and every time that Almighty would talk about like battle rapping and shit, he has a special passion for it because he literally was at all these events as a little kid that Lush was hosting and shit, and this fool was like judging battles and shit, bro, and he was a little fucking kid, bro. So much respect to Rifleman, you know what I'm saying? Much respect to him and all that. So, cause he is a legend, bro. Like I you know, and I rock with Almighty's music. I think his homie, what's his name? Frosty the Snowman. Is that his homie? Or is Frosty the Snowman Southsider rapper? Cause I thought I could have sworn. Either way, like the Snowgerb. Yeah, it was Frosty the Snowman, right? Snowgerb. That fool's doper than Almighty, in my opinion, you know. But Almighty's still cool, bro. And a lot of people don't even know that, like, that flow that Almighty has, right? That off flow and shit that a lot of people ended up using and shit. He was like one of the first people, bro. Like some people even go as far as to say that Almighty influenced Draco's flow. That's a hot take, and a lot of people probably won't agree with that, but there's a lot of people that do believe that Almighty Suspect influenced Draco the Ruler's flow. And it's a hot take. It's a very hot take. You know what I'm saying? That no jumper drama really got to them. It did, bro. I didn't like the way he tried to punk Lush, even though he grew up with him and his uncle. Yeah, that was fucked up. And I don't know, you know, it's just there's some people, right, that you know, like, I don't know if you guys have people like this in your life where, like, they'll act one way with you, but when there's other people around, they act a whole different way. Like, they're a totally different person when they're around other people. Like, in front of you, they'll be agreeing with everything you're saying, but when other people are around, they'll have the balls to actually say what they really mean or what they really feel or their you know what I mean, their real opinion. And Almighty, judging off of the situation with Lush One, like, Almighty kind of has that, you know what I'm saying? Which is weird because his pops is straight up, bro. If you ever meet Almighty's pops, bro, fucking hilarious. First off, he's fucking hilarious. He's got this really dry sense of humor when he's telling you some shit. And Almighty Suspect seems like he had to wait to have, like, all the eyes on him and have other people around him for him to, like, be like that with Lush. Maybe I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying? But because the way Lush seemed is like, bro, like, where's this shit coming from? Like, why are you know what I'm saying? Like, where is this coming from? Why are you upset at me like this? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, some people are like that, you know. Lush was led to believe that him and Almighty was cool, but, you know, obviously, like, now they're cool, though. They're cool again and everything's straight, but, you know what I'm saying? It was just, you know, there's just some people, you know, that, like, in front of others, they'll act a certain way. In front of you, when it's you and them, you guys got a certain dynamic. When there's other people there, they're down to disagree with you. They're down to, you know what I mean, argue with you. They're down to go against what you like. Damn, weren't you just agreeing with? You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. I didn't like that for Lush. That's that little snake shit, yeah. Yeah, my brother one way alone, but when he's with his hyena, he goes against me. Weird cat. Yeah, it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Like, if you just say it with your chest. You know what I mean? That's why I said, like, right? Almighty Suspect's dad is not like that, bro. Like, me and him, he came to my art show when I was in LA. I was like, yo, I got the show right down the street, bro. Man, you pull up, bro. So he pulled up and shit, and we're like chopping it up, smoking outside, and like we're like literally for like the last hour of my art show, me and him were outside like arguing about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm like talking. He's like, which MC is like super blown up? I'm like, Jay-Z, like, and he's like, Jay-Z's a pop star. I was like, what? He's like, Jay-Z's a pop star. He's not hip hop. Hip hop is, bro, like Almighty's dad, bro. He's such a fucking purist, and he's such a fucking like. He is a, like, you know, he's not an asshole, but the way he delivers you the information, he's kind of an asshole, and he's like, he'll like make you feel like dumb for thinking the way you're like, and I was like, I'm like, what is Jay? Like, I was like second, maybe I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Rifleman's just like that, bro. Like, he's gonna tell you, and you're never gonna wonder how Rifleman feels. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I seen Lush's reaction to the way that Almighty was acting, I was like, it seems like he made Lush feel comfortable enough to feel like they was actually friends, but the whole time, like, this fool had to come on No Jumper in order to give his real opinion of how he feels about Lush, which is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have been able to tell him that shit off camera and be honest with how you really feel about him, and not have to wait till the cameras turn on and you got like 1,000 or 2,000 people in the chat in order for you to feel comfortable to tell Lush how you really feel. That was kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really rock with that. You know what I mean? Let me see. Shit, you see what happened between Almighty and Sharp during the Lil Kelpie interview? They made it seem like they were best buddies, talking on the phone all day. Yeah, they definitely, you know what I'm saying? And before, when Almighty did his first like appearance on No Jumper, he was talking about how he was excited to meet Sharp because he's a fellow P or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, man, he's a real one, he's a legend and all this shit. And then like recently, he's like, I don't fuck with Sharp and da. And I just think it's because Sharp is very vocal about like others, like, oh, I don't think this guy's gonna. Y'all remember when Lush went on Sharp's show, and he was and Sharp was like, I think you should just let it go. I don't think you're gonna be back. And in Lush's head, he's like, nah, I'm already coming back. Like, you know, Adam already told me I'm coming back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But this fool Sharp, kind of like low key, like being a hater. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this fool Almighty probably heard, or word got back to him that this fool Sharp was trying to undermine him, and probably was like, yo, like, you know what I mean? We don't need Almighty and shit, and made him grow a disdain for this fool Sharp. You know what I mean? Let me see. Yo, there's gonna be an art show in Hollister going. Yo, I don't know. We did 2 in LA. We did 1 in Santa Cruz. We did 1 in Oakland. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I think that like me and the homies from our art collective, we might just they're about to do 1 in Dallas in August. I don't know if I want to go all the way to Dallas to do the art show. But I know that my guys been wanting to do 1 here in Salinas, where we were from, where we live. You know what I mean? Most of the guys in my art collective are all from Salinas, so I think we're gonna do a show here in Salinas, and then and just see where it goes. You know, I like doing art, bro. I just get lit and just paint. I got a bunch of different canvases I be doing. I like painting big canvases and shit. I'll plot them on my iPad. I'll do like a dope painting on my iPad, and then I'll go put it on a canvas, and then I'll put it on a big ass canvas and shit. And that's what I put up at the art shows, you know. Yeah, I love how homie from Sac Point and Shoot, be having them all mad as fuck. Point and Shoot is from Sacramento? I didn't know that. Is he Mexican? Yeah, Salas in the house, man. Is Point and Shoot Mexican? I didn't know that. I didn't know he's from Sakura. Point and Shoot does be having them, bro. They be talk. I don't know if you in the No Jumper Reddit, but the No Jumper Reddit goes crazy, bro. They're grilling Yuri right now. Like Yuri is going through it, bro. I don't think anybody gets it worse than Yuri right now. Like everybody gets clowned, but Yuri is right now he's the shit on people's shoe. Everyone's stepping on that fool. Yuri is getting it the worst right now. Let me see here. Nah, he's white. Word. Keep us posted on when you have an art show. I really want to see your art, see if it matches your energy. Definitely does. It's eccentric out there. You know what I mean? I do some art pieces when I was like on mushrooms and shit. I got a lot of dope art from when I was like taking acid and shit like that. Check it out. It's Life Collage Studios. It's on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, it's in my bio. I have the link to it. I have the link to the Instagram in my bio. Y'all can follow me, Ghambit, Ghambit. I'll take calls, man. If any of y'all want to call in, talk your shit. Yeah, you know who else? Y'all remember David Russell? David Russell was clipping a bunch of shit. Like, you got to go to the Reddit, the No Jumper Reddit. It goes crazy, fool. It goes like they are super violent. Like it's so crazy. Like, you know, I could see why Adam and like most of the people had to like moderate that shit because they were like. They were super violating people on that fucking Reddit, bro. Like, the No Jumper Reddit is a cesspool of just shit. Like, I want to start a Reddit for this channel. I mean, I have a Reddit. You know, I have a subreddit. So please, like, follow the subreddit. It's in the description. I don't know what you mean. What is it? Shout out to World Viral Daily, man. Hey, World Viral, I'm gonna mod you up, bro. You've been in here super consistent, gang. I'm gonna mod you guys up. Anybody that's in here being respectful and being consistent, I'm gonna mod up. Let me see here. I need a bunch of dope mods to make sure that. Here we go. Here being respectful. I'm gonna mod up a couple people right now. You know. I'll play some of my music too, gang. We'll react to. Let me see your World Viral Daily. We're modding you up, gang. Don't abuse your mod, gang. We got 408 on standard moderator. Calling you back, 408. Well, 408 in the house. What's the vibe, man? State your name, state your claim.
Julian, I'm just calling in because I've been watching your show. I think it's dope. I really like what you're doing. That's what North Cal really needs, bro. It just needs a platform, a consistent platform that just showcases artists and stuff like that. But
appreciate it, man.
What is the topic that you're talking about today? So I know what to ask.
Oh, right now we just bullshitting. You know, we were talking about the XXL 2024 freshman class list and how they titled it "Not Like Us," but they left out all the West Coast artists. There wasn't one West Coast artist on there.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I feel like there should be platforms like that should be talking about like the upcoming artists, because there's a lot of artists that have a lot of talent, but there's no money behind them. They're like barely getting started. They might have like 2-3 videos.
Facts.
And I think your platform is perfect for that, bro. If you were to make a list about like freshmen or like brand new artists, people would tune in, bro. People would tune in and submit their shit too and be like, I want to be included in this. And you have the consistency, bro. I've been watching you for like all week, pretty much. Every day you wake up.
Appreciate you, my brother. I'm trying, bro. Like, this is a new platform, and you know, I've been like, you know, trying to wiggle and do different, you know, things to see what works, and just, you know, I love talking about hip hop, bro, and I agree. Like, I think that the more media platforms that we have, the more opportunities we have to put more eyes on us. So I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. I'm all for it, and I think it is important for us to be talking about, you know, putting a spotlight on California artists that are popping. There's real dudes that got motion, but they just don't got the big spotlights on them, you know? Who is somebody that you would have liked to see on that XXL freshman class list from California? Who? You say Peso? Peso from LA? Yeah, Peso's pretty dope.
There's artists out here that have already been doing it for a minute, but deserve recognition. Guys like Crazy, Lama, Bounce Back Weeks. For instance, he passed away. He's in jail.
Are you familiar with RJ, Mr. LA?
Yes.
I think he's somebody. The way that he rocked the pop-up concert with Kendrick, I think he's definitely deserving of a spot on there. Same with OGZ. I think La Russell would have been a good one too.
La Russell, hell yeah.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little, brother.
I was saying, where are you from? Are you from the Bay?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
I am from Northern Cali, so I live in the Central Coast in the 831. So I'm from Watsonville, which is in Santa Cruz County, but I live in Salinas right now, which is in Monterey County.
Oh, I see, because the number says 310. I thought you were in LA or something.
Oh no! It's just the you know, I there's a certain reason I need a different number, but yeah, it's a 310 number. But shout out West LA.
Yeah, that's well, I just wanna say, dope show. Keep doing it, bro. Keep repping what's up, and hopefully get Lush to call in on stage. I know you called in the other day, but it wasn't really like an interview type interview.
Right. Lush is definitely gonna come up here, do a pod, but I'm gonna go down there first. I'm gonna go to LA, do a podcast with him. We're gonna break down like who we think are like the dopest Chicano rappers, and we're gonna break down the whole dynamic of Northern versus Southern California and what it should turn into instead of it turning into a big old ball of gang violence. You know what I mean?
Hey, speaking of Hispanic
Your phone's breaking up a little, brother.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Word up. Shout out to you for calling though, man. Shout out to you. But yeah, man. Phone number is in the chat if y'all want to call in, talk your shit. It's getting hot in my studio. Yeah, phone number is in the chat if y'all want to call in, talk your shit, give your opinion. Who do you guys think should have been on the XXL 2024 freshman class list? Is there anybody from California who you think would have been worthy to be on that list? Who do y'all think? I mean, we got a lot of California artists that are popping. Me personally, I feel like 310 Baby. I feel like OGZ. I feel like La Russell. I feel like RJLA. Those guys definitely are in my like lexicon of people who I think were worthy of being on that list, and were definitely left out. I feel like XXL does this like repeatedly. It's such East Coast bias bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like if the West Coast was to do a list, it wouldn't leave out the East Coast artists. You feel me? And all it takes is a little bit of research. You know, all it takes is for these people to do a little bit of research, really dig in the trenches. And you know, like you couldn't be making this list, right? Knowing it's gonna be titled "Not Like Us," and just completely leave the West Coast out. It just irks me, bro. It irks me. Y'all are piggybacking off of our West Coast movement, and you are completely leaving us out. That's weird. That's weird. It's like you guys borrowed our tables and chairs to throw a party and then told us we're not invited. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking weird, bro. Give us our tables and chairs back, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Larry June. Oh my God. What a great one, bro. Larry June is fucking like, his album with Alchemist has got to be one of my favorite albums. You know what I mean? What's XXL? It's really dope how you're into music, not just oldies. Yeah, bro. Like, not just rap is what I meant. Yeah, nah, I love all music, bro. All music. I listen to everything, fool. I listen to hip hop. I listen to R&B. I listen to soul. I listen to funk. I like Aaron Frazier. I like Duran Jones. I listen to fucking like Four Bats. That's why it was weird that, I mean, like, Four Bats technically is a rapper because he looks like a rapper, but his music's really like his album's an R&B album, bro. And everybody thinks that he's using an AI voice. He's using an AI voice for his music and shit, and I'm like, oh shit, like, well, okay, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. But you know, I rock with Four Bats is, if for y'all that don't know, Four Bats is that he does that 8 a.m. song. It's gonna be done at 8 a.m. It's gonna be for your fucking nails. 200 for your fucking nails. You running out of shoes to wear. Hey, so why about you another pair? Hey, you know what I'm saying? That shit's a blapper, gang. That shit's a blapper, bro. Jay Stalin. Jay Stalin's too old, bro. He's, you know what I mean? Jay Stalin already came and went. Like, there was already a whole like Livewire's changed a few times since then, bro. He just pitches his voice higher. I think it's deeper than that. I think it's deeper than him just pitching his voice. I really think he's using an AI voice. That's what everybody's theory is that he's using an AI voice. And I think he's the only one on that list. Him and Bossman D-Lo are probably the two on that list that like are for sure, without a doubt. Like y'all are like, you know, y'all are definitely like, I see your names everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool off of trick music, but that's what sells. You know, it is. It is. But honestly, that other shit sells too, bro. You know what I'm saying? The other shit sells too, bro. Pimp shit's never gonna die. That player shit's never gonna die, bro. Especially if you from Cali. Like, Cali is like all player shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cali rappers don't really be rapping about tricking, bro. Cali rappers don't be rapping about tricking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's exclusive to the South, I think. Like, you know, like T.I., bro. It ain't tricking if you got it. You know what I'm saying? That's like some down south shit. Like, cause over, you know, in the South, they got this really big, the South has this really big, like, strip club culture. If you've ever been to a strip club in, like, I've been to a strip club in Memphis, like a trenchy one, fool. I've been to a fucking trenchy ass strip club in Memphis, bro. Bad ones, bro. Like, baddies, bro. It's called the Catwalk. Y'all could Google this place. It's a real place. It's the Catwalk. The most trenchiest shit. And I knew, like, you could probably pay a couple $100. You could take a girl and, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really trenchy, bro. And I don't know, like, it's just that culture's out there. Like, it's like, if you're a player, you know, you got money. If you could just give a girl bread and it ain't even bother you. You ain't even damage your pockets. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Your 3 favorite corridos tumbados bands or artists. Honestly, I'm not gonna pretend like I know a whole ton about corridos like that. Like, I'm like, when it comes to like Spanish music like that, like, I have the old shit that I just listen to constantly, like fucking Chalino Sanchez, like Los Razos. You feel me? Like, watch. I'm gonna show you. I have a list, a playlist that I slap, and then I hear a new song and I'll put it on there. So like Chino Pacas, I just started putting his music on there. What's that fool? In California. What's that dude? He looks like he's Hawaiian, fool. What's that dude's name, bro? Arsenal Efectivo, that fool. Arsenal Efectivo. Es California. Yeah, see, I got Ramon Ayala, obviously. Tiranos del Norte. Like, old shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hechiceros band, you know, El Sonido, like, old shit, fool. Like, Los Tucanes de Tijuana, like, Banda Pelilos, you know what I'm saying? Like, Grupo Mojado. You feel me? Look at Arsenal Efectivo. You know what I mean? Junior H. You know? Chino Pacas. You know, that's the old shit. You know, I'm not, you know, like, I listen to everything, you know, but I'm not saying I'm well versed in, you know, like corridos and all that shit. But hey, if you got bangers, drop them in the chat, bro. Yeah, bro. Tigres del Norte, what, bro? La Jaula de Oro. Pagando. Oh, Ramon Ayala, man. That fool's Traviesos de la Sierra. Nathaniel Cano. OVI, JOP. One of the fools lived in Milpitas, called Porte de Sacrifice. that kid they killed who had that song called Porte de Sacrifice. Oh, word up, word up. One of the fools lived in Milpitas from Tigres del Norte. Bro, they like go to the Giants games and shit, bro. They be at the Giants games and shit. Bro, did you guys see when the Tigres del Norte went to San Quentin? That shit was fucking hard, bro. I think it's on Netflix, bro. Tigres del Norte, they did the concert just like Johnny Cash, bro, and they did 2 concerts. They did one for the men's side and they did one for the women's side and shit. And the chicks just looked like they wanted to S their D's the whole time. I was like, horny looking ass chicks, bro. That shit was funny, bro. Yeah, man. Kanye West went to where? Kanye West went where? To San Quentin? They all have ranches in Morgan Hill. Morgan Lomas. Morgan Hill's wild, fool. Like it's like this little community that you almost forget about because it's not quite San Jose. It's not quite, Gilroy or, because Gilroy is like the beginning of the 408, like if you're heading up the 101. So it's not quite, it's not quite San Jose. It's not quite like Gilas, but it's like right in between. And they just recently went through all the renovations, but their little downtown area, they got like good food down there. They got somewhat kind of like a little like nightlife. There'll be some baddies out there too. Like a lot of money in Morgan Hill for real. You know who used to live in Morgan Hill? Is the homie it's the homie, what's it called, bro? My cousin was calling. The homie, Michael Coleon Blanco, Griselda Blanco's son. He actually rocks with Northerners, bro. A lot of people don't know that. But Michael Coleon Blanco kind of rocks with Northerners, fool, because he actually, like, when they left Medellin, I think they lived in LA for a little bit, but they, like, moved to Morgan Hill, bro. They lived in Morgan Hill. Like, he lived there with his mom for a while. You know what I'm saying? So they was in Morgan Lomas for a while, and like, I was like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, I was in, he's like, yeah, I was in Morgan Lomas for like a long time and shit, like a big part of my childhood. I was like, what the fuck? I interviewed Michael Corleone Blanco, bro. Like, that was like one of my biggest interviews that I did prior to me starting to do podcasting when I had a radio show. Unfortunately, like, it got deleted offline. I've been looking for the interview though, but I definitely interviewed Michael Corleone Blanco a while ago. He was telling me about how we met. Michael Corleone Blanco told me about the first time that he met Pablo Escobar, and then he also told me, and he was like, I guess they went onto his island, and he said that fool was smoking weed like the whole time. He's like, bro, that fool was smoking lovely. He always had he had people rolling joints up for him all the time. And he also said, and I asked him, like, because everybody paints this picture of Michael Corleone, of the Blancos as like these crazy, evil, like drug kingpins and shit. But I asked him, I was like, yo, like, I feel like the media always paints a bad picture of your mom. So I want you to tell me something positive about your mom. Like give us a positive thing that your mom has done. And he's like, well, a lot of people didn't know that every Mother's Day, my mom would go into Medellin and she would look for the most, like, I don't want to use the word brokest, but, the most impoverished looking people with like the most, like, with like a bunch of kids and all that. And she would go pay for their home, give them a bunch of money, and freaking like take care of them, so she'd go look for like a mom that was like, struggling or whatever. And then she would like hook them up with a home, like a house, bro. Imagine that on Mother's Day. they're always gonna demonize drug dealers and gangs and all that shit. And even though a lot of negative shit comes from gangs and drug cartels, all that shit, it's a lot of positive shit that actually comes from drug cartels and gangs, you know? For example, with gangs, when gangs are in control like of a certain area, right? Pedophiles are scared to live there. Dropouts who are like kind of dishonorable people tend to be sometimes. You know, pedophiles, dropouts, like weird druggies and all that shit. Like they tend to not be in the area, and you know, petty crime, all that shit, like doesn't really happen in them type of areas as much as like an area that, you know, all the petty crime, if you think about it, all the petty crime usually happens in rich neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like the dope heads all go to the rich neighborhoods and steal from them. But that type of dynamic comes from gangs controlling the area and setting like rules down in the streets and being like, yo, don't rob from your own people. If you're going to go to the rich neighborhoods and steal from them. You know what I mean? Kanye West went to the ranch. That shit was legendary. Yeah, bro. Super dope concert, bro. That's super dope. Your favorite old school... My favorite old school car is going to be either a Mercury Bomb, or my dad had a 63 Impala, and you know what I mean? Like that was like one of the dopest cars, you know what I'm saying? And a 57 Chevy, because of the way that the fins are in the back. That's like a fucking dope ass car. Off Cochran, damn. Off Cochran, I'd always pull over on Cochran because they got an In-N-Out right there. Whenever I go play hockey, afterwards, I'd stop right there on Cochran. I'd get me a protein style 3x3, and then, you know what I mean, get me my whole meal, because they close at 1 in the morning. So I would finish playing hockey around 11, and I always, on the way back to Salinas, I'd always stop right there on Cochran. But you could take Cochran and you go all the way down, and you end up at the 1,000 Trails. Me and my family used to go camping at 1,000 Trails every year. Cochran, yeah, no, Cochran's not in San Jose. It's in Morgan Hill. Yup, he does business with Gold Toes. Who does business with Gold Toes? He lived in San Jose. Oh, yeah. You're talking about Michael Corleone. Yes, he lived in San Jose. Quiet as kept. He had an apartment downtown. He used to be in Oakland riding around when he was young too. Facts. And if you guys watch Cocaine Cowboys 2, you understand why. He was probably in Oakland riding around. She also lived in the city. Word. Humilda. Mercury Bomb Chop Top. Yeah, that's a bad one. What's good? Peace and love. Shouts out to you, gang. Appreciate everybody in the chat. I got my number in the top pinned. It's a 310-307-1668. Y'all could call in, talk your shit if you want. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's 310-307-1668. The number is pinned to the top of the chat if y'all want to call in and talk your shit. But yeah, Michael Corleone Blanco, man, he's a good he's a good dude, bro. Gave me my first big interview. You know what I mean? It was really Gold Toes that tossed me that, you know. Burner was having a concert at the Catalyst. My manager told me to go down there. If I could go down there, they would let me interview. I took too long, or else I would have been able to interview Burner too, but I took too long to get down there. So I was only able to interview Michael Corleone Blanco. But if you ask me, that was a fucking sick ass. That was fun for me. That was like super sick, bro. How do you feel about the ban on bands? I actually talked about it on yesterday, and I think it was selective politicking. I also feel like this fool Adam was pressed by the Southsiders to ban that fool, and like, you know, they came to an agreement like, okay, well, I'm gonna just ban anybody who has like blatant disrespectful shit that they do. And, you know, bans just, you know, it just looks stupid though when you're like, how are you gonna ban that fool? Like, hella dumb, bro. Like, them fools, like Lefty Gunplay was like calling Lazy Boy a buster, and was saying fuck busters, fuck norteños. He was saying, you know, all this crazy flagrant shit, super disrespectful. I don't rock with that, gang. I'm sorry, bro. Like it's selective politicking. So if you're gonna ban bans from the Rose from coming to No Jumper, you should definitely ban Lefty Gunplay for the simple fact that he was using slurs, bro. That's like fucking, you know, it's like that's that again. I'll make the same comparison. It's like anybody calling Crips crabs. You know, it's flagrantly disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But this fool fucking Adam is not versed in California culture, let alone, he's barely becoming versed in LA culture, let alone California Mexican politics. You feel me? What is your radio show station? It was a 99.9 FM KW Watsonville, but it's on a different. I'm gonna bring it back, and it's gonna be on a different radio station. But honestly, like, what I might do is just like film it, like, you know how I do on I don't know. Well, you guys, some of you are new here, so on Thursdays, Fridays, sometimes Saturdays at night, I'll do a whole moment where I just play hella music, bro. I'll play like a bunch of music for like 2 hours till YouTube kicks me off the air. You know what I mean? So I'll do that shit a couple hours on Friday, a couple hours on Thursday, sometimes a couple hours on Thursday night, couple hours on Friday night, and sometimes I'll do it on Saturday night, depending on how I'm feeling, because I always got to wake up early, go to church. I'm the sound tech at my church. Like I got to go to rehearsal at the church right now because I'm the sound tech. I'm the sound tech at my church, so I got to go over there and handle that business a little bit later. But yeah, so I'm gonna play. So I try to go to sleep early on Saturdays, but sometimes I still do the stream where I just play music. So what I might do is do it I'll do it in the format of a radio show where I talk about things and play like little, like, you know, 15-minute segments of music, talk a little bit more, play another 15-minute segment of music, talk a little bit more, play the last 15 minutes of music, and then, you know, like, save it, send out the audio file to my program director, and we'll have it syndicated on Monday. You know what I mean? So that's that. I want to bring it back. They've been asking me to do the radio show again. The only thing is, like, it only plays terrestrially in Watsonville, California, and in parts of, like, you know, Las Lomas and a little bit of Santa Cruz, Freedom, Aptos. But it's like they play it like on, if you have like the app, if you have the TuneIn radio app, you can listen to it there. But it's like, bro, there's nothing that beats podcasting, because I could just come up in here, I turn my shit on, and then go live, and I'm live, instead of having to, like, oh, on Sunday, this fucking show that I did on fucking Thursday is gonna play, and you know, I don't know. But I want to bring it back because people have been asking me and shit to bring the radio show back. But, you know, who cares? There's hella more artists. I would like to see a podcast segment on how to show Raza how to build credit and utilize it. There's so many hacks to maneuver credit and live off well. Hey, I'm down with that. I actually have homies who fix credit, people who help others get their credit up to par, and I have interviews that I have planned with, like, you know, like just different types of people like that. And I don't know which direction I'm gonna go, because I also want to keep interesting content for people. But I'm down with that. I could definitely put together a podcast doing that. I interview random people. One of my homies is an actual MLB recruiter, and he's really an NCAA recruiter for baseball. So he'll go find a bunch of colleges. You know, he's got connections with University of Arizona, Oregon, the Ducks and the Beavers, Long Beach University. What's that other one? Fullerton University. He's got like a bunch of connections to a bunch of different colleges, and he came in and I did an interview with him, and you know, it did whatever, but I just want to focus on lit shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm down to do all those interviews and shit and bring all types of content, but I'm more focused on the lit shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the shit that's viral, things that are really like changing and making noise. You know, that's just pretty important for me. Adam and Lush were just live speaking on bans on No Jumper just now. Word. That's probably where a lot of our viewers are right now. I just realized that they got No Jumper going right now. I want to join that. I know a few things about credit cards. Word up, bro. Word up. I recently learned the credit game, and I tell you, it has changed my life for the better. I'm glad. I'm trying to do the same. I got Mexican credit right now. But when Lefty was in prison, the end of hostilities was already enacted. He wasn't in there talking like that, or else his own people would have removed his ass. That's some prison politics, and I don't want to get into that. It's a tool. Most people don't know how to correctly use it. I feel that you get to stay relevant, bro. You got to stay relevant, bro. Get to the bag. Facts. The thing about credit, it's not even like a tool. It's like a necessity, bro. Like to get an apartment, to get a car, to get anything. Your credit's super important. Fools don't even realize. It's just like you need credit to just pretty much exist in America, you know? And it's super important. Like it's super important to your life, just in general. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers don't realize that shit, bro. And I wish I would have known it so much sooner. It took me so long to figure it out, but whatever. I'm just gonna pay somebody to just wipe my credit clean. Start over. Give me a new, you know, all that. But I don't know. I don't trust the CPNs or none of that shit no more. Like, but I'm gonna literally pay somebody to just fix my credit. It's gonna cost me a couple bands, but it's gonna clean it up. Hey, No Jumper, were they talking about me? Lush is probably. This is the thing. I love Lush. But I be feeding him info. Like, I'll be texting him while he's like on the air, and then he'll say some shit wrong. I'll be like, no, it's actually this. And he'll be like, actually there's word that this is actually this. And I'm like, you dickhead. You could have just gave me a shout out and been like, my homie Ghambit actually just informed me and let me know that. I literally watched him do it live on the air, where he's like, he'll say some shit and I'll like text him like, no, bro, it's actually this. And he'll be like, you know, I'm hearing that, like, you know, I've heard that. I'm like, you are a dick. You are a dick. I hope these motherfuckers actually, I hope this fool shouts me out one time on No Jumper. It's like, when I'm feeding you info, gang, just be like, yo, my homie actually knows that. My homie let me know that, dickhead. Nah, that's my dog, man. That's my dog. But dude, bro, like the other day, he was talking about they were talking about the president, the new president of they were talking about the new president of Mexico, right? And how it's like he didn't understand. He's like, she's clearly Jewish. Like, look at her last name and all this stuff. And I'm like, bruh. I had to text him like, bro, there's a big German population in fucking Mexico, bro. Like, I have a homie whose last name's Betancourt. But he's like Mexican, bro. Like, he does not have no, like, I'm sure if he does his lineage back, you get checked, and there's like some German dude who came and he went to Mexico. But at one point, Mexico and America weren't that much different. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mexico and America were very similar. Like, the economies, the governments, it was very similar. So at one point, it was very similar. So it didn't make a difference if a motherfucker went from Europe and went to Mexico, or he went to America. It was like the same thing. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of like Chinese people, fucking Arab people, fucking a lot of there's black people, there's fucking Germans, French people, fucking, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of like everything in Europe, you know what I'm saying? I mean, sorry, in Mexico, not just Mexicans, you know what I mean? So I text this to Lush. I was like, yo, like, cause he's like, I don't get it. You know, I don't, he's like, this lady's clearly German. Like, she's a Jewish German, like, so she can't be like, you know. And I'm like, I text him, I was like, bro, there's a big German population in Mexico. And he's like, you know, but some people, and I see him on the air read my text message and be like, you know, but some people tend to say that there's I'm like, you are a piece of shit, bro. Oh, that shit was so funny, bro. I'm like, you are a douchebag, Lush. That's my dog, though, bro. That was the funniest shit ever, bro. Mexico is becoming the new USA. Believe it or not, it's starting to boom. Yeah, but the only problem is that the fucking cartels got control over everything. You know what I mean? So it's going to be hard to boom into, like, you know, because it's the same idea. Like, the oligarchies want to stay rich here in America, right? So they control everything. Over there, the oligarchies are essentially the fucking cartels. Like, you know, the biggest lobbyist for legal cannabis in Mexico is literally El Chapo's sons. You know what I'm saying? They're the biggest lobbyists, bro. That means that they're paying the government hella bread to be able to do whatever they want. Whatever they want with weed. You know what I'm saying? They got Sinaloa Kush, all these crazy brands that come from Sinaloa, bro. Like, I mean, obviously, like, Sinaloa has like hella mountain ranges and shit like that, but so does Jalisco. Jalisco got hella mountain ranges, bro. Jalisco got hella mountain ranges, like all Los Altos and shit like that. That's where they grow agave and shit and grapes. That's all fucking like places to grow, bro. That's all the mountainside. I mean, we have the same issue here, but it's more disguised and under control. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The oligarchies here in America are people who've been controlling it since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, and George Soros, you know, everybody would say that George Soros is like the dude who kind of controls a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And like the Rothschilds, you know, there's only like fucking, I think it's something like 10 families that control the entire world. They got like most, they're the top 2%. You know what I'm saying? And they disguise it with like pharmaceutical companies and all that type of shit. I agree. I 1,000% agree. 1,010% agree, my brother. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a 2-hour stream. I'm chilling. Anybody, if y'all want to call in, you can call in. If not, I think it's about time I get off. Gotta go handle business. I'm gonna go to the gym later, so I won't be streaming later, but I'll be streaming tomorrow where we have our politics show called the No Filter Podcast. We'll be streaming tomorrow about the same time. We're going to be breaking down everything going with the Trump trial. We're going to be talking about the Hunter Biden trial, the election, and we're going to be talking about World War III, like the shit that's going on with Russia and China right now. We're going to be breaking all that shit down and how it affects you as an American. Because at that point, it don't even matter if you're black, white, Mexican, and like, this shit's about to go down, gang. We're in a scary, turbulent time in America. Y'all got to be in shape, go buy water, make sure you got hella ammunition, protect your family, stay prayed up because it's about to go, man, it's about to get crazy. They're saying that America is more at the highest risk of being attacked by a terrorist attack that they have been since 9/11. You know what I'm saying? We're on high alert right now. The FBI admitted to setting Trump up. Yes. It's a lot of shit going on with that. And, you know, America's a trip, bro. Like, this is happening right in front of people's eyes. And, like, Democrats are still like, oh, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's a criminal. He should be charged, bro. Like, every politician is a criminal. All of our presidents are literally war criminals. All of them. There's not one politician that we've ever had since JFK that has not been a war criminal, done some fucked shit with like corruption or something. It's just like, it's just regular. It's regular. Like we think that we're so advanced that we have no place for this shit, bro. But this is regular, bro. We allow lobbying, which is essentially free fucking. We're bribing people. It's legal bribery, and there's just a bunch of shit that like America does that is just like fucking what? You know what I mean? It's a lot of weird shit that goes on in this country. The way that politicians get away with shit. The way that like we go so easy on pedophiles, but a drug so you let you get caught with fucking 10 kilos of cocaine, right? You're going to prison for like fucking 10 years. You're getting like a fucking year per kilo. But let somebody go fucking molest a child, they get out in like 6 months, bro. A year. 2 years tops, bro. Like child molesters don't get treated the same way as like they treat like drug trafficking. Like it's fucking disgusting the way that they let sex fucking criminals get away with shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they let them off so easy. And they don't change the laws because they know that a lot of politicians are fucking sex criminals, bro. It will never be USA until they sell pistols in every city. I agree. Including felons should have the right to bear arms. And I think all felons should be the right to have the right to vote because felons are the most affected by the legal system in America. Felons are the most affected by the legal system in America and should be allowed to carry guns too. Maybe if like you have like violent gun charges, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to carry guns. But other than that, bro, if you know what I'm saying, if your felonies are non-violent or if your felonies like, you know, have nothing to do with guns, you should be fucking able to carry a gun, bro. You being a felon for fucking fraud shouldn't take you away from owning guns. That's just a fact. I'm all with the right to bear arms, especially right now, bro. If y'all have guns, go buy ammo. That shit's gonna be more expensive than anything, bro. Like the two most valuable things when we go into some moment where like of uncertainty and all that shit, just pay attention to what the crazy white people buy. They always buy a shit ton of water, non-perishable foods, and ammo. Like boxes and boxes of ammo. If you could learn how to make your own ammo, do that. Fools don't even know how to hunt, bro. Somebody did a study. They said that like within the first 60 days, people would start eating themselves because they don't know how to hunt. Fools don't know how to hunt. Fools don't know how to start fires. If the supply chain stops at any given time, people are fucked. Think about them fucking dudes in West Hollywood walking their pink dog on fucking Melrose. Do you think those guys are gonna know how to go hunt and survive if the food supply chain stops? Nah. We're going into some turbulent times. Like I said, you gotta stay prayed up, gotta get yourself some ammo, and learn how to hunt your own food. Because we are going into some turbulent times, my brothers. Very, very turbulent times. Uncertainty. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. We'll be on like around probably like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Once y'all see me post a thumbnail, I'll post a thumbnail and then I'll post it in the community board. But I appreciate everybody rocking with me, man. I know it wasn't lit because I wasn't talking about no crazy controversial shit. I was just giving my opinion on the XXL top with freshman class list 2024, and so it didn't go too crazy. And I know that No Jumper streaming now. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think that No Jumper was streaming, so they got a definitely big chunk of what we had here yesterday up on there. But anyways, I do appreciate everybody that did tap in on the chat. Shout out to all of our mods, including our new mod. The homie, did I mod you up, gang? Let me see. Yeah, I did mod him up. So I appreciate everybody. Again, I will be back tomorrow with the No Filter podcast at around 5. I think we're gonna try and go live around 4 or 5. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys pay attention to that, because if you're really into like deep state, world news, all that shit, we're literally delivering news. We have been like predicting things before they happen. Like, you pay attention to our new show and we predict shit like months before it happened. We predicted all this World War III shit, everything with Russia. We predicted all this shit like months ago, bro. So if you guys pay attention to our show, you'll notice that like we bring up shit that like is just going on real time and shit. And we've been doing this for about 1.5 years. That's been the one show that we do consistently every week on Wednesday, since before I started like streaming every day and getting more comfortable streaming on a daily basis, like I have been the past week, sorry. But I appreciate all my new subscribers, all the new followers, everybody rocking with me. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and all social media, Ghambit, Ghambit. Make sure y'all keep the phone number. I'll just re-put it in the chat tomorrow, so because we want to open up the lines and get people's opinions with everything that we got going on. So we'll open up the lines tomorrow. Follow the Treehouse Club Live on Instagram, Ghambit on Instagram. Follow our subreddit. Join our Discord so we could chop it up. It's all in the description below. Hit the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all. Appreciate all the mods holding it down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave y'all with one of my songs. This one's called Down From My Town. It's actually available on Down From My Town. This one's actually available on all digital streaming platforms. This is called Down From My Town by Ghambit, Sincere, and my co-host Boy, the Hoodlum. So I appreciate everybody for listening, everybody tuning in. Yeah, have a good rest of your week. It's fucking hot today, man. I'm about to go to church, help them do the sound over there, because that's what I do. But I appreciate y'all. Big love, big vibes, big blessings. Quit sleeping on your greatness, man.
Down for my town, Dubtown is my city, baby. Down for my town, Dubtown is my city, Dubtown is my city, Dubtown is my city, baby. Down for my town, Dubtown is my city, baby. Down for my town, Dubtown is my city, baby. Down for my town, Dubtown is my city, Dubtown is my city, Dubtown is my city, baby. Down for my town, Dubtown is my city, baby.
From the land of the Jesus strawberries and hustlers like me, you all about just getting fetty. See, I know couple G's who chopping keys like confetti, then cook it in the pot, slanging rock at the levee. You take a cruise on freedom, maybe if you ready. You see the goons posted while they cruising in they Chevys, and they don't say a thing, just sever limbs with machetes and kill you in your motherfucking dreams. Freddy, streets out here are deadly. It sucks, I gotta call it that. All about my city, cause I helped put it on the map. Warlords are relevant, I hear the haters talking trash. Watch the Ville fall, now you salvo that we brought it back. Y'all are mad, we got your tramp on the camp, on the back, grabbing on the chest like she about to have a heart attack. These are not the speculations, no, these are the facts. In with the new breed and out with the artifacts, cause I'ma put it
down for my town, Dubtown is my city, baby. Down for my town, Dubtown is my city, Dubtown is my city, Dubtown is my city, baby. Down for my town, Dubtown is my city, baby. Down for my town, Dubtown is my city, baby. Down for my town, Dubtown is my city, Dubtown is my city.